I think that the arts are our best opportunity as human beings to create something that might outlive us. There are a few disciplines in the world where something made by an individual can go on to affect countless others. I think that's the true dream of long-lasting art. My name is Henry McNulty, and I'm from Spokane, Washington. I started pursuing the arts as a kid in a very limited way, like we do. I played a goose in a show at Spokane Civic Theatre, directed by Gene Hardy. Things like that you're sent through as a kid. I think I seriously started looking at the arts around age 11, when I discovered the music of the Gershwins through reading a biography of them through school. And something about their music and then subsequently musical theater really enchanted me, and I've been in the arts ever since. I've been music director at Spokane Civic Theatre since 2017, although I did a few shows as a contractor prior to that, probably for a couple of years, so 2015 or so, I would say. My role over that time has evolved considerably from being an essentially first-timer doing Nonsense Amen as my first big main stage show, and being a one-time contracted employee and just dipping my toe in the water of what this could be like, to becoming a full-time staff member. And that has been an interesting journey that sort of calls back to what I was talking about learning to also be practical and how to see your projects come to fruition rather than just exist in your mind. Being responsible for music at Civic as a whole has really forced me to learn those skill sets in real time. Maybe always slightly perpetually late, but in time for the next thing. And I feel like I'm still in the midst of that process. I think a challenge for me in becoming an artist has been learning to let go of the expectations that society puts upon being an artist. Things like the artistic temperament, or certain ways of being that you're supposed to be thought of as an artist. So breaking through that mental barrier has been the process of years. Learning how, especially as a professional, to be both purely artistically minded and practical. Learn how to run shows, how to run a rehearsal, how to make the art that we imagine in our minds actually happen out in the real world. I think that's a place where a lot of people get stuck, is thinking only about the artistic side of it, and then the full process never sees realization. So for me, a lot of it has been a process of unlearning what society tells us, that you do not have to be a legitimate artist, be a bohemian, living hand to mouth, and have all of your work sit in a drawer never to be heard. It's more important to prioritize getting out there, putting your work out there. I would tell my younger self to get away from the idea of things being handed to you. I think as young people, we're often sort of trained by all of the activities and opportunities that we're given, especially when we're very little, to feel like, well, someone is going to hand me this next big thing, or I'm going to get this role because that's how things work, right? And there's this expectation that the world will align to hand you opportunities. And on any level from community to professional, that tends not to hold true in the real world. I would tell myself to get away from that mindset and embrace the reality that if you want things to happen, you have to make them happen. If you want opportunities, you have to create the opportunities. You have to put yourself in positions where you won't so much be found, like that dream of, being discovered, but where you can be part of processes and show what you can do rather than just wait for someone to see it. You have to be very active in making what you want to see happen in reality.